This is kind of crazy to me because, well, let me just say who's sitting here. Sitting together for the first time in I don't know how many years. Hold hands, guys. Oh, must be killing you.
Oh, my God. They'll actually touch each other?
Did you guys touch each other? Anybody want disinfectant? Sitting here are the two founding members, the guys who started it all. Chris and Rich Robinson, who started the Black Crowes many, many years ago. You are in the same room, and you're here today to announce what, Chris?
We're announcing that the Black Crowes are together and that we're going on tour next summer. We're playing the Bowery Ballroom tonight.
How did this happen?
Wow.
Boys, this is a miracle. I don't care what you tell me. This is a small
I
miracle.
mean, he's saying it like he doesn't believe it.
Rich, first of all, this is a miracle. How does this happen that you and Chris, you guys, I love your band. I love the Black Crowes. And Rich, isn't it something of a miracle when two guys born into a family actually can write and perform music together? I mean, to me, it's a 1,000,000,000 to 1 shot. Am I right or am I wrong?
I think you're right.
Yeah.
You know, I think ultimately we share a similar experience, you know, from two different perspectives, obviously.
It's an amazing story to me because there are very few brothers. And the way I look at you two guys, you filled in each other's kind of missing parts. Rich, you can play the guitar. Chris, you had no interest in playing guitar, but Chris was the singer. Chris could come up with lyrics, and you could come up with these fabulous riffs and this music. What are the fucking odds of, you know, it's one thing that Keith Richards found Mick Jagger, but they weren't born into the same family.
They were at the same shop.
It's legendary that the Robinson brothers, as great as you guys are together, you could never really be in the same room. Chris, I had you on 2 years ago.
I don't know.
You said some shitty things.
I said some horrible things.
You said some bad things.
I was in a negative place. But you know what? I've apologized to Rich about that.
How did this come about that you two guys even started talking? You hadn't talked in, what, 4 years? You said,
It's
I
been
no longer...
6 years.
6 years. I no longer have a brother. He doesn't exist. You can't stand each other. You don't want to be in a room together. And here you are, sitting in my studio.
I just found you know what I mean? A lot of things have changed for me in the last 2 years. You know, I was in a relationship that was failing. I was in a negative place. You make some big changes in your life. I mean, I have an amazing partner, amazing...
You have a new girlfriend?
New girlfriend.
Everything good there?
It's been going on for a couple of years. It's incredible.
Right.
I mean, a big part of, like, helping me, like, you know, leave behind some... negative things and like look at you know, depression and those kind of things.
Were you clinically depressed? Did you have to go to a psychiatrist and say, hey, I think I'm suffering?
I have a therapist that I've been working with for a long time.
Was there an epiphany in therapy where you said, you know what, I miss my brother?
What always happens is communication. I don't know, you know what I mean? I can only guess Rich is doing it, you know, and the only thing he's hearing from me is like my negative bullshit about him on your
He's going, well, Chris hasn't changed a bit.
Yeah, completely.
Right.
But you know what's funny? Like that, what you said is like, you know, change, you know, and I just think both of our trajectories since we haven't been in the band together, you know, I'm so busy with the CRB and trying to make this happen and writing the songs and really enjoying myself. And I needed to go into the wilderness. I needed to deconstruct that first part of my life and the good, the bad, the indifferent, all of it, right? I mean, I think that's a true part of the artist, or at least in my artistic waking life.
Well,
He's doing the same thing, you know, but you know, Rich has his band, and I think being Rich,
did you miss your brother, or had you been fed up with the fighting and all of the nonsense?
I was definitely fed up with the fighting, you know, and it was unhealthy.
Who has this idea that we could actually get along and be in a band together again?
We have a friend that is in between us and does it well. His name's Greg.
I thought it was Dr. Phil.
No, it wasn't.
No, all right. Who picked up the phone and called Greg?
Well, we both did.
Right.
Interestingly, at different times,
uh-huh.
like right around the same time. And you know, look, I was going out playing, you know, songs, you know, in my new band and playing Crow songs because a lot of the guys from the Crows are in my band. And no matter what it is, there's that half of me that was missing.
Right.
And so in that same sense, although it was great to play with those guys and those guys are brilliant and it was cool and fun, But it's almost like the more I delved into that, the more it was obvious. There was a glaring omission, which was my brother.